Copenhagen is among the most picturesque cities in Northern Europe. There are plenty of sites, historical sites, and cultural activities to keep you occupied for a few days without getting bored. Another thing that draws tourists is the dynamic layout of the city. There are just so many things to do in Copenhagen. Sometimes it feels very hard to know where to start, right? If you're having the same issue right now, this is for you. Here are the top 10 things to do while you're in the city of spires. Number 10. Exploring Rudar. Rudar, which roughly translates to the round tower in English, is a structure that dates back to the 17th century. King Christian IV was the one who built it, and he designed it to be an astronomical observatory for academics at that time because he had the ambition to make the city a center of art and science. The spiral ramp is one notable feature of Rudar. It's a helical corridor with a 209-meter ramp and a 10-degree slope. Going up the ramp will take you to the platform at the top of the structure. The ramp was made that way to allow carriages drawn by horses to go up to the observatory area. According to records, famous astronomers like Tycho Brahe and Ole Romer often use this observatory. Today, visitors can enjoy glimpses of the city through the windows that dot along the ramp. Number 9. Finding the 6 Forgotten Giants. If you come to Copenhagen with your little ones, then you should take them on a giant discovery trip. Download the Troll map on your phone and explore the city until you find the 6 giant sculptures that are tucked away in different neighborhoods. The most popular out of the 6 is Teddy Friendly. He's notable for his long arms, which symbolize his fondness for hugging anyone who comes near him. You should also not miss paying a visit to Thomas on the Mountain, which sits peacefully on top of Albertsland Hill, allowing you to capture a nice view of the city while taking a selfie with them. All of the giant statues were made by local artist Thomas Dombo. They're unique not only because they're very big in size, but also because the creator built them with upcycled and repurposed materials, adding more charm to these gentle giants. Number 8. Learning about marine life. You can also learn about various marine species in Copenhagen by visiting the National Aquarium Denmark. This place is divided into 5 sections, and you can discover marine life from different parts of the world in each one. Cute animals like seals and sea otters are available in the Northern Sea section, which displays flora and fauna from the cold Nordic region. Bigger and more beast-like species such as hammerhead sharks, on the other hand, can be found in the enormous ocean tank. In the Amazonas section, you'll get to see species from the warmer parts of the world like piranhas. You should definitely spend some time in the underwater tunnel. Here you can get up close with the sharks and mantas that swim over your head. If you're more of a bookworm type, you can go to the library hall, which holds marine-themed exhibitions. Number 7. Enjoying modern art. What about spending the afternoon at the Louisiana Museum of Modern Art? This place is located just 25 miles to the north of the city, and it holds amazing artworks from big names in the world of pop and contemporary art like Klein, Picasso, and Warhol. In addition to its wonderful art collection, this museum is also famous for its beautiful architecture and exterior landscape. Once they're done with the painting and sculptures inside, visitors can step outside of the museum's doors and immerse themselves in the charming garden and gorgeous sea in its background. Visiting this place can also be a fun experience for the whole family. While you observe and learn about the modern artwork collection, your child can have a good time at the children's wings, which provide fun activities to keep them entertained. Number 6. Cycle around. Do you need an activity to warm up your leg muscles? Go to Nyhavn, which is a 13-kilometer cycling path located in the heart of the city. Considering the cycling culture in the city, it's only natural that this place is often packed with tourists and locals. Yes, Copenhagen is a city of cyclists. It has an extensive network of bicycle-only lanes, and a big portion of its citizens commute to work and school every day with the two-wheeled transportation method. The great thing about visiting the Nyhavn is that it directly connects you to the most famous attractions in the city. And don't worry if you don't bring a bike here, because a lot of hotels and companies offer bike rentals for visitors like you. Number 5. Shopping and people watching. Stretching from City Hall to Kongens Nyhavn, Struget is among the longest pedestrian streets in Europe. Here you'll find various businesses from budget-friendly brands to luxury fashion chains, making it a perfect place for tourists who want to have a shopping spree. However, spending your time in Strogan is not always about shopping and spending money. You can immerse yourself in the lively atmosphere of the city. There's an endless array of street performers and musicians along the way, and you can also see a lot of locals having a great time with their closest ones. If you think you need to catch a break and fill your stomach with small bites, you can come into one of the cafes on the street side. Grab a seat and order a cup of your favorite beverage. Also, don't forget to enjoy it with a slice of pastry while you watch people pass by. Number 4. Relax by the lake. The lake, which is famous as Sorne for locals, provides you with a good opportunity to witness the city's lively waterfront. This place is comprised of 3 artificial lakes, and it's evolved into one of the most distinguishing features of Copenhagen's topography. Those who come to this place usually spend their time jogging and bicycling on the 6-kilometer path. Some prefer to hop on a pedal boat, and if you're feeling a little fancy, you can grab a seat at the floating restaurant in the Nørrebro area. Number 3. Experiencing Little Paris. The Varnedamsvej is a small but charming area in Copenhagen that's filled with shops, cafes, and bars. It borders 2 famous neighborhoods, Frederiksberg and Vesterbro, and it's mostly popular for its French flair that's generated the nickname of Little Paris. Back in the day, this area was known as the Butcher Street. This is due to the number of meat shops that filled it. Today, you can still see small businesses offering local delicacies and international cuisine tucked away between adorable cafes and boutiques. Another place that adds to Varnedamsvej's Parisian flair is the Lycée Français Prince Henrik. It's an institution that teaches French language and culture. You should not be surprised if you see students wearing quirky uniforms and speaking good French around this school. Number 2. Swimming at Islands Brygge. Aside from cycling, swimming, and bathing are 2 other popular activities that the Danish enjoy, which is why you can see a lot of public baths distributed throughout the nation, especially in its capital city. Of all those public bathing spots, the one at Islands Brygge is the most iconic one. This place first opened its doors in 2003. The team at JDS Architects was the one behind the building's iconic design. There are 5 swimming pools with different sizes and depths here, as well as diving towers for adrenaline chasers. Number 1. Take colorful photos at Nyhavn. Back in the day, Nyhavn was a bustling waterfront area filled with trade and entertainment centers. In fact, its name literally translates to New Harbor in English. Nowadays, it's become a famous tourist area in Copenhagen, mainly because of its pastel-hued buildings and the many bars and cafes that adorn the area. Photographers, both professionals and amateurs, often come to the other side of the canal to take pictures of the brightly colored houses. There's a fun fact about these buildings. 3 of them were once where Hans Christian Andersen lived. Speaking of canals, Nyhavn is also a popular place for people who want to take a canal tour. Typically, a tour like this will take you through the surrounding waterways, showing you different parts of the city. Along the way, you can see colorful reflections of the buildings on the water. The takeaway. Copenhagen is the perfect city for all kinds of travelers, whether you're a foodie, a night owl, or simply a person who loves to head out to a new place and discover new things. Spend a few days here and you'll feel how the Danish capital deserves a special place in your heart. Also, speaking of special places in your heart, you better check out the best restaurants Copenhagen has to offer being displayed on your screen right now. See you in the next video.